Well, I tell you, welcome to the Preshow. And sometimes we do things and stuff. But I'll tell you what, it's time for you to find out what is coming up next in the tournaments and who is here to check in and play the game. OBS is the best. I am a very big fan of OBS as it is much more stable than XSplit. I've had a lot less time with it crashing out and being various forms of derp. Hello, Hellshoot. How are you? Yep, top teams always chicken late. True story. Oh, why is this not updated? Because I didn't save the page. Ah! Bam. Let's get the right team showing up. There we go. It's not so much that XSplit sucks, it's more of that it's very unstable. For instance, if I'm streaming with XSplit and I close SMITE, XSplit crashes. If I open up something else sometimes, XSplit will crash. It'll just hard lock and then crash out. And I don't have any of these kind of problems with OBS. I can open, change, do whatever I want. Oh, you know what? Actually, I gotta clear that one. I don't think we have any bans this week. Let me go double check that. It's one of the reasons I like doing the pre-show. What was that noise? Strange things are trying to bash their way into my house, into my studio. Let's do this. Let's do that. Until I get otherwise confirmation. Yes, I would be excited to see some Shock being played today. I should probably get rid of his name, too. Where is that? There we go. I don't believe we have any bans this week because we didn't have Geb come out this week, as I guess maybe prior plans would have suggested. So we might actually have all of the gods that are available in the game available for play. If you read the text in the scrolly bottomness, you will see that F-Dot is streaming today. Let us check to see what email it is that just came in. Cool. Yep. That's what I figured. F Dot is F Swag. He did the tournament casting tryouts with DM Brandon. Yeah, Dignitas and Denial will show up when they deem it ready. We have moved the check-in from Razor Comms to TeamSpeak 3. Let's get the new people in. Yes, we have some new arrivals. Not long it took me to figure out how to make a transparent video. This is not green screen, it's transparent. That was quite a feat. Months of Google searching, and it ended up being something stupidly simple, which makes you want to beat your head against the wall. Game of Names Suites check-in started half an hour ago. We have high-res APC checking to find out if Shock is still banned or if we have no actual bans this week. Auto bans. Well, this lack of auto bans is kind of disappointing. It's making my overlay look very empty. I do not approve! F-Swag is going to be casting with High-Res Bart today. They'll be talking all about how Honor is going to the middle lane, and Shock is going support, and Isis is going jungle. Exactly. I don't believe TSM has a North American team yet. So, unless TSM picked up a North American team, then they didn't tell me. Expose the mighty beard? In just a minute. I think I'm going to be joined by Blake, but I'm not sure if he's too busy with the new check-in process. Might be having him getting used to it and getting everything flowing properly. Anyway, so let me check up on him. Aha, there's Dignitas. Pekes and Zero Gars on the same team.
I have screamed until my face collapsed. I've waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I've bitched at that. I've left behind this little fact. You cannot kill what you did not create. I've gotta say what I've gotta say, and then I swear I'll go away. But I can't promise you'll enjoy the noise. I guess I'll save the best for last. My future seems like one big pass. You're left with me cause you left me no choice.
I want F dot and F dot from the future. It's good. Okay. Thought so. Then I have to remember who to give captain status to. Thor can be a very strong jungler. He is not to be underestimated. Oh. Digiwolf, you've been MOBA slain. Alright, let's find out who's here. See who else we need to add to this lovely place. Uh-oh. Where is there? I wonder if we're gonna have 22 teams like we did last week. Let's see. Already got Delirium in there. And to blink. I already put him. Yeah, I did. Mr. Ruffle Biscuits. That's such a great name. Makes me happy. All right. He is not banned. Chalk will not be auto-banned this week. Or like new rivals. Yes, this is working out swimmingly. It makes it so easy to see who's here, who's checked in, who's not checked in. So good. So good. Had to blink. Well, I guess we need... My hair is beautiful. Amazing today. I spent hours and hours styling it for you. So yeah, kind of a dry pre-show this week, as Blake seems to be a little busy to be joining us at the moment. We didn't have any, not really any big news over North American side. Pretty much, good old-fashioned, doing what they normally do, playing games, winning tournaments, and going on to 100K. Oh yeah, I could do that. That'd be fun. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit of fun here while we wait. Of course, we do have 44 minutes until it is time for the tournament to start. There is going to be such beautifulness where it comes to tournament production. You guys are going to be awe-inspired, and things are just going to be gorgeous because it's going to be awesome. You have to tune in and find out what it's going to look like. Gonna have this stuff on par. Yes, I am auto-banned. I'm fine for now, Spray. Thank you, Vestry. Yo, right? Terrible. Terror brew. Cog and Denial have not checked in yet. Just because they're not here yet doesn't mean they're not showing up. It's just they haven't checked in yet. Let's have a look. Looks like people really got the message. We have a lot of people right now in the TeamSpeak that are... Ah, there's Denial. There's Pain. Denial Esports. I think I already got NG. Let's see. I don't know what NGUD Gaming stands for. I don't know if that's the entire name. NGU Gaming. Put that down. Let's see. Mata Gaming. That covers who I... Ooh, Celestial Ponies. That about covered it. Getting names of teams correct. Great thing. Oh, Dying to Fight. I see. Very clever, very clever. I approve. Granted, I'm sure you totally bet on my approval. Bam. Checking on them in a little bit. F-Dot is the caster, is going to be casting with Hi-Res Bart this weekend. He is taking Lionheart's place. Lionheart is kind of on a small vacation. He's very busy with real life, so he's basically going to have some replacements in the next couple weeks, is from what I have gathered. I hear something about a lot of green screens today. I wonder if people got this idea from somewhere. Someplace. I don't know where they could have gotten that from. Oh, did I put 2 NU? Yeah, I did. I already put them in there once, didn't I? Hey. Don't blame me. Blame the system. What's quality controls for? Yes, no floating head today, although that would be very fun in this lovely Autobahn slot. That would be fun. Hello, Carol. Oh, down to frag. Okay. That's what he gets for trolling me. I just typoed it down to drag. Beautiful. That'd have been priceless. If I could have my own team, what would I name it? Dusk Dominion. That is my team. Granted, I'm not playing with them for now. Mostly because they want to play more try-hardy pro team style. I want to play more, let's do something unconventional, not meta-related. Duo jungle, Aja support, you know, plenty of other things like that, where they just want to practice, you know, to try and be the best. And it's just not fun to do that. I don't have any... I mean, there are plenty of teams that enjoy doing that. Awesome. I just don't want to spend hours and days trying to grind out the same thing all the time. Yes, CogXX is the all-female cognitive gaming team. They look like Squid with a beard. I have my Viking hat. Not digging the beard. Well, that's a terrible terrible thing then. Sorry. Oh, we've run Duo Jungle quite a lot lately. It's been very successful at times. If people don't pick up on it fast enough, they get far behind. Berserker Gang. We have plenty of people that like to do that, so you should join us sometime. I'd love to get 3, 4, 5 teams of people that all they want to do is unconventional strategies, because it would be awesome. My favorite god? Who? I don't know. I can't pick a favorite god. That's one of the reasons why I don't particularly like playing the meta, because there's 47 gods. I don't want to just play one all the time. I want to play all of them. Now, it'd be a shorter list to go with the gods that I just don't like. Maybe Bastet. I mean, she's cool, though. It's just she's really hard to work with. Stuff like that. Not so much that I don't like her, it's just, it's not the... With what I like to play, she's not the best at what I want to do. Ooh. Thanatos Alquang Lane. No worries, Lord Wizkid. They have not checked in yet. Yep, I'm not playing in the tournament today because I was auto-banned. See if we have any new teams showing up. Ooh, Clash and Slash. That's nice. I like that game. There's Cognitive Gaming. Awesome. Clash and Slash. Cognitive Gaming. We already got Celestial Ponies in there. And already have Team Injection. Take a lap. Ignitas. Discord. Still dreaming. Breaking news. Nerf Balls United. NGU Gaming. Did I get Evolution? Yes. Did he get Evolution Gaming? Marita Gaming. Denial. Dusk. Blink. Snipe. And Unbleam. Yay! Update the info screen to have the best presentation. All the things. There we go. Wow. 22 teams. Possibly more showing up. Be a shadow queue in the chat, or in the team. So nice. Why am I auto-banned? Because they determined that my beard was too good. And that my odd her impressions were too overpowered. Because you are fabulous. They didn't need any silly voice actors. I simply could have voiced on her. Like that. Or that. If I could have a superpower, what would it be and why? I would be invincibly omnipotent. That would be my superpower. Mostly I'm sitting here because there's no autoban, and I thought it'd be funny to just kind of sit up here in the autoban section and have fun. Now you understand. Oh, Coke Man, it depends on what the day is. Some days are waffles, some days there's pancakes. Now here's the question. When they make pancake waffles, pan waffles, waffle cakes, that will be a good day. My favorite anime, good lord, my favorite anime was anime would have to be Cowboy Bebop. But we want to keep this on SMITE topics. I should try Jungle on her. It will be... I haven't tried any raw voices lately. I have to listen to raw more. It's more of I have to listen to the god. Like yesterday when I was doing the stream, somebody had the On Her voice pack and they were spamming the different things, and so I was just mimicking it as it happened because it's much easier to do it while you... 1 second. I will do it, Blake. Let's go, clans. Flashin'. Sorry, I'm spelling it wrong. Flash. Ooh. Ooh. Clash of SMITE. Nancy Clash and Slash. Ooh. Then Frag. Frag Executors. Frag and Frogs. Frag on Gaming. Frag or Die. Frag Fast. Frag Leaves. Frag House. Frag Net. Ragnarok. Ooh, that's clever. Trying to mark one of the teams, a couple of the teams competitive. Blake's having trouble finding them, and I am as well. So, might be 2 teams that aren't participating because they don't have the proper... Flash and Smack? They just made it this morning. Okay, he found Frag. No, he didn't find Frag. Found down to Frag. Flash. There's Clash and Smash. Yes. Let's see. Frag or Die? Frag Fast? Frag and Furious? Fragist and Furious this? Huh. Well, Bobby Beans, one of the big problems with 2 skilled players looking for a team. You need to be a part of the clan, but once that is rectified, you guys will be locked in together. Don't forget that. Itchy nose. Why, thank you, Game of Name Sweets. This song, actually, is I'm the Highway by In Flames. Yep. So, what do you guys think we're going to see today? Who do you think is the favorite? I mean, last week, I believe it was Cognitive that took it down pretty fast. Double check to make sure I'm right, because there's so many tournaments. I have to make sure I keep them all in order. Yep, Cognitive A took it 2-1 over Denial Esports. It was a very good best of 3 series. Denial tried to hold it out, but in the third game, Cognitive just had it locked up. It was Cog, Denial, then Cog, because that's typically how it goes. Dignitas took down 4th place, or 3rd place over 4th place Pentablink. So good on them on being a, not super hardcore, pro team that made it for 4th place. So they got their gems and they got some significant points. Celestial ponies for life. Yeah, I know, right? Many teams, such paperwork. Going to be exciting. What did you guys think of Team Solo Mid and Cloud9 joining the SMITE competitive scene with their lovely sponsorships of Azure and Cog? You. All right, Calvin's dad. Everything builds character. Assault is the best thing to do, and when you do it, you must take Blink. That's the meta I'm trying to push on Assault, is that everything involves Blink, and you need to 360 Blink whatever. It's been a question for a long time, Bat Osui? Oceanic servers, when are they coming, and will they ever come? I do believe they will, eventually. Just eventually. I don't know when, nor do I know that that's a for sure thing. No, Vastical, I'm sure you don't have any bias. Well, if they all play on a team, who's going to cast the tournament? Obviously, I will. Going in the middle lane will be on her. He will always be fabulous. Oh, I understand, but do you think that it's a good thing that these really big League of Legends teams are starting to get into SMITE? Is it great for the community? Is it good for the game? I think it's awesome. I can't wait to have all these new players coming in, because there's tons of times that I've seen Youngbay or Zimstar was streaming, and TSM put out his stream, and so he had 500 viewers. And you had, like, some of the regular streamers, like Barracuda or whatnot, and they come in there, and they're like, what's going on here? They're like, TSM. So there are plenty of people that were coming in like, this isn't League? What is this? But TSM's involved. I should play. A very good question, Biggie Delight. Does the beard have me, or do I have the beard? Why, Vastrical? Is it because you're a part of C9? What do I think on Freya? She's super strong. She can burn you down in less than a minute. Yep. Definitely. Anybody else having some crazy weather today? I woke up this morning expecting it to be cold. It's like cloudy and dark, and I was like, ugh, it's going to be another crappy day. It's going to be dark and rainy and cold. I walk outside and it's like hot. I can wear a t-shirt and shorts, and I don't know what to do. It's been cold the past week and a half. So, oh yeah, no, it's not just me. It's, read the scrolling text at the bottom. It says it's F-Dot and Hi-Res Bart casting today. I unfortunately am apparently not good enough to cast. I don't know. I'm mostly admin. I admin and have a stuffy nose because weather is crazy. I live in Columbia, South Carolina, and it's actually hot enough in here. I think I might open my door. Oh my god, it's 44 degrees Celsius? Like a billion degrees in Fahrenheit. What if I told you that there was... What if I told you there was no snow here in Sweden on Christmas Eve? Okay, Adam. I'll stay your admin. Yeah, does APC, do you want to check into that? Because there are a lot of people in the chat here complaining that the servers are down. That might be something we need to find out before we start the games. Let me even check. Go start SMITE. According to this, it says that they're up, just like the launcher. Ooh, let me go double check lastly, because it is 12:37. The check-in time is now closed. And we will see, we got Down to Frag, Cognitive Gaming, X, on the side, take a lap, Dignitas, Discord, Still Dreaming, Nerf Talent, Nerf Balls. Blah, blah. Yep. Ooh, no, I have Exitium. Didium. Exitium. Exitium Gaming. I think that brings us up to 23. Wow, North America's gotten really popular lately. Updated. That is 12. That's 23 teams. Is there 23 people in here? Huh. I think we're missing some people from the chat. Oh well. I'm actually not playing today. My team's playing today, but like I was explaining earlier, I've decided that tryhardiness isn't quite what I like to do. I like to have fun, and I like to try new things. I was playing AD carry for Dust Dominion. That was what I was doing, but quite frankly, it was getting frustrating and boring. Like, always playing a hunter, always going into the duo lane, always expecting the same thing, knowing by 3 minutes whether you're going to win or lose that lane, and just being like, oh, we lost this lane, this is going to be rough. You know, all that thing, all those things. So, I made another team that we don't play in tournaments right now, but we try and break the meta. We take duo jungle, we take oddballs in all sorts of lanes. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I am too good for this tournament. Counter Helix. Can't wait for the brackets to be up, though. It's gonna be so good. Brackets, yeah, they aren't made yet. So don't worry about the brackets. Soon it will be time for brackets. I thank you, Minis. God. Thank you. I've worked hard on it. It's been growing for more than a year. I need to shave the rest of this, though. On my list of things to do. Just haven't found the time yet to do it. Time with 3 children and working and adminning and stuff comes few and far between. "23 teams to be exactly. There's 12 per side. Well, 12 down. 12, so missing one over there, so that makes it 23 instead of 24. I'm gonna have to get a bigger picture if I have to add up to 32 teams. That's where we cut it off. We're like, 32 teams, that's it. No, we're not going to 64. Ooh, that'd be too long. Can you imagine a 64 bracket? It would take us all day, like from 8 in the morning till 9 at night to get that done. Oh my god, I have to turn on my air conditioner. Hold on. There. Whew. You do realize I'm sitting in an invisible chair. I'm resting my head on an invisible headrest. Yeah, if you got 33 teams, you got to make a 64 bracket. That's just how it works. That is how it works. I do want to try out the 5 mystical mark meta again. Don't think that that's something new. Back in the day, there was 5 mystical mark meta. It involved 5 mystical marks, tanks and bruisers, 5-minute fire giants, or 3-minute fire giants, somewhere around there. But that was actually why they delayed fire giant spawning till 10 minutes. The more you know. Fire giant and gold fury used to spawn, both would spawn right as the game started. But when things like 5-minute fire giants happened with 5 mystical marks, they kind of started delaying them. They're like, ah. It was pretty ridiculous. And that's just the amount of damage you take from being around them, much less what you're taking from them themselves. We're going to do a lot with Ares because one of my team members, Sturmies, previously a pro player who just went off to do other things and like go to school, college. He's a very, very big fan of Ares, and he's going to take Ares in the jungle. He's going to take Ares in solo, mid, whatever. It's going to be fun. Lots of fun. Bruiser Neja is extremely viable because the passive that Neja has with her HP 5, that you can stack it up to where she gets 25 HP 5, is rather crazy. We love to run her as a tank. Neja, we like to take Neja Artemis as a duo lane. Neja stacks up his passive, and he has that 25 HP 5. He can take a ton of damage. His ring toss shreds tons of armor. Then Artemis volleys them to death or traps them and whatnot. Neja takes them out into up into her ultimate, and then I'd be like, I'm gonna wait here while he's up in the air with the opponent, stretch a little bit, lay down a trap, wait for them to land, then volley, bore, and kill them. If you're playing against a Neja Artemis lane and you get picked up in the air and you're not the tank, you're dead. Just straight away, you're dead. Unless your tank, unless your support has like omnipresence and knowing how to zone you out, you're good at it. We like to call that our super kill lane. I would say that $100,000 is quite a bit motivation for people to start trying. But to properly pull off a Neja support, you start with level 2 Ankh. Instead of like a Mark of the Vanguard or Watcher's Gift, you start with a level 2 Ankh, and then you build into Celerity or Midas Boots and Sovereignty. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can take a lot of punishment. Because, I mean, it's so good early because it's like almost a health pot when Neja gets his passive stacked. And so he just runs up there, ring tosses, harasses him, sashes him, whatever, and then backs off. And he's got like a third health left, and then he just sits back for 30 seconds, and he's almost to full. The time it starts to fall off a little bit with the Neja support is during teamfights, because he is a single target focused support. So he can sash one guy, he can take one other person up in the air, he can totally remove them from the team fight. And people are calling me, and I don't know who they are. And so it's a little bit rougher late game. You just got to understand what you're doing when you're going into it and who you want to focus out very quickly. I know that we took, my team, we took an Neja support in not last week's ends, but the week before's tournament, back before it was the end of year tournament. We did Neja support, and we actually went up against Exidium Gaming, whichever way you would like to say it. And we totally messed up their picks because we picked up Neja first, and then we picked up, I want to say Thor. And they're like, who's going where? You have 2 junglers. So they were so confused as to who was doing what. They didn't know who to send, who was going solo, so they didn't know how to build and prepare. It was too good. And not to mention the fact they even got first blood on me over in the duo lane because they invaded us at blue, and so they got first blood on us. And we were like really on the defensive stance till about 4.5 minutes. And so we were pretty much under our tower, losing gold and stuff like that. And they stayed pressed up too far, and we took the advantage and sashed them, trapped them, and shot them down and got a double kill. And that really gave us the breathing room we needed because our jungler came over and helped us accomplish this. Blake's dealing with a lot of roster changes today. Granted, you can't really disband and remake. It's just so many new teams, so many people adding 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there, all this fun stuff. Where do you guys see Shock as best played? Why no Penta? Oh, I see. I agree, Vastrical. See, I really want to get it through, like, with my new project, I guess you could say, with the Breaking the Meta, as I call it. I mean, it's a working title. We'll call it something else if it's taken. Is I want people to understand that I want you, as the player, to think for yourself. Think of why you want to take this god this way or this way. You know, just because somebody says that this is only a support doesn't mean that that's the case. I mean, Deja support. It's a thing. It works great. I can prove it to you. Just because you haven't tried it, just because somebody else doesn't say it's great, doesn't mean it can't be awesome. You know, if you want to try somebody somewhere, read about their skills and abilities. See what you could do to make them complement what they already have. Like, one of the reasons one of my friends decided to take Neja's support was because of that 25 HP 5 that he gets as a passive. Everybody, like, there's even a post yesterday on Reddit that's like, please change Neja's passive. It's terrible. It's an assassin. Why in the hell would he need HP 5? Because he doesn't need to go into the assassin role. He should go into the support role. I haven't seen DM's Neja build. Afro Tank's great. I love Afro Tank. Yeah, Sun Wukong and Anubis is a very, very painful combo. We've been working on our duo jungle. It's not really a duo jungle more than it is kind of a 2-1-2 where basically what we do is we take 2 supports, bruisers more like, and so you go, like here was our lineup from yesterday, which we had some success, we had some failures, of course, with every lineup. I mean, you could take regular lineups and have success and failure, so it's just a matter of testing it out enough times to see that it's actually viable. And, you know, modifying it as you see fit. Like, one of the reasons we lost one game really badly yesterday because I took Fenrir instead of Tyr. I like Tyr because he's more bruiser, he's got a little bit more sustain, he can bully people around. And so I took Fenrir instead, and it wasn't quite what I was hoping it would be. So it didn't work out. So I won't take Fenrir again for that. Basically, we went Chang'e solo lane with Freya, I believe, was her partner. And that was the side that those two are on. They stay over there. They're either in the solo lane or Freya's roaming that side of the jungle. We take our jungle, we take their jungle. In the mid lane, we have AMC, Amusenkap, in which he gets lots of support from the 2 junglers together. And then over in the right lane, we had Ra and Tyr. So we would both go like a normal start. You would have like Freya go with Chang'e into the lane for a few waves, get to her levels, and then go back into the jungle and start taking things off. The big key here was securing the mid camps at the same time. One big thing that you have with the current meta is you have to pick and choose which side you want to go on. With the double jungles, we both show up for the mid camps at the exact same time that they spawn, so the other team has to pick which one they want, and we always get at least one, preferably 2. And all we can do, all our mid laner has to do is hug the wall. He hugs one wall, gets that experience, runs over to the other side, gets that experience, and 14 minutes in, he's 3 levels higher than their mid laner. And it's just so good. couldn't. We just keep working on it and keep trying it out. And it's very fun. It's so much fun because it really makes you learn map awareness. Because as a tier, I start Bumba's Mask, Hog, and Eye of Providence. So the first thing I do is I make really deep aggressive wards. I put wards like over there by their move speed or by their attack buff because I want to see where their jungler is in relation to us. That way I know I can say, Freya, go take their move speed or their attack buff because he's over here trying to do something else. Go check for it, see if it's there. If it's there, it's ours. And, it's just awesome. So much fun. Whew. Well, I'll get off my soapbox now. Basically, yeah, it's 2-on-2 with duo roaming. We're not we go back into the jungle, or we go back into the lanes if they need help. We gank the outside lanes a lot. The outside lanes who are solo-ish, they get a lot of free farm, and so do we. The junglers kind of fall a little bit behind. Well, I did, at least. My counter, the other guy on the other side of the jungle would actually get farther ahead. I'm still trying to work out why that was happening, because I thought we got the same amount of creeps and the same amount of camps. But it's so strong because the mid laner is so scared after about the first 5 minutes. Because when you've been triple ganked like 4 times in the first 5 minutes, you tend not to leave your tower. So much fun. And it's so exciting until when it works out. We have 5 minutes till the tournament, roughly. No good. Yeah. Yes, meta balance. Basically, all solo with 2 lane/roamers. The laner, the solo, the junglers, the roamers can do whatever needs to be happening. If they need to support a solo lane because they're getting pushed out hard, he can do that. If they need to just gank, or if they need to counter jungle, or whatever, they can do whatever they want. And so they have control of both sides of the map, and so it really helps. There's none of the junglers over here go counter jungle his stuff. It's their junglers over here, but I don't know where their other jungler is. He could be mid, he could be right. He could be over here with us. But yeah, I do this kind of thing. We've been doing it for the past week, and it's been awesome. I agree with that. How do you build Thanatos wrong? You can build Thanatos tanky, you can build him damagey, but I mean, when his ult's up and they have that little thing over them, it doesn't matter what he built, they're dead. I like to build a little bit of both. Because normally there is a god that is auto-banned, Dyslexic Ninja. Normally there's a god that's auto-banned in this slot, like it would have Shock or Vulcan or whatever, but we don't have any bans this week, so I was just being silly and thought that it would be fun to sit in this little spot, because it's like a little holder for me. Like I'm sitting in a bucket. So basically, yeah, there's no auto-bans this week. Shock is available! We're going to see some shocking times! Are we going to get Shock Norris all up in here? You very well can see it. Ooh, off my mouse. Let's double check these two. Oh my god! So many teams! Goodness gracious. All right, let's see. We have... Ooh. We have 24 teams. Whoa, there's something missing. Let's see. Diversity? One more, I thought. So, this looks very nice. We have 24 teams. Diversity was the last one that has showed up. I don't know when they showed up. They got their paperwork done and they've been cleared. What is NQ talking about? That is a lot of teams. Yes, TSM is a League of Legends team. They made their name in League of Legends and all that good stuff. All right, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. As soon as that thing hits 0, I am cutting off. They're ready or they're not ready. But I believe that they will be ready. Is it Erez spoiling things? Ooh, that would be nice. Good morning, Berserker. How are you? That would be nice. I would love to see Obsidian Shard Ymir have color-corrected abilities. That would be nice. Uwahibo Lane. That sounds good. You have a lot of burst damage. You have several stuns and knockups. Well, several. You have a stun and a knockup. You have a containment. You put them in the cage and you wave through the cage. What's better than that? The only problem with that, the only problem I would see with that is that it's just a lot of magic damage that they could specifically build against. However, they do so much damage, it might not even matter. You might be forcing them to choose building defense over the fact that their ADC wants to build damage. And if you're just wrecking them, then their ADC can't focus on getting ADC items because he's too busy dying. And if he doesn't get a shield or something like that, then he's just going to continue to die, or he's going to have to play really far back because the poke damage from Hebo is so far that knockup is just insane. I like that idea. I had to try that. Super burst teams. We've been discussing how to do those. The only problem with super burst teams is if you miss anything, you're done. If you do the wave as a habwa and you miss, you're up the creek. And you could put the creek back down and try and go back down it, but if you miss, you can be in trouble. Yay! All right, we have 15 seconds. That's it for me in this pre-show time. Next week, we hope to get somebody on here for an interview, maybe Blake. It's been a rather crazy, interesting day. So, taking over will be F-Dot and Hi-Rez Bart for your tournament coverage. I'm Demon Machine, and you can find me anywhere you want by typing the exclamation point Demon Machine. That's it for me. Thank you all so very much for joining me. Tune in tomorrow for the European tournament pre-show. We will be starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. Where is that lovely intro? There it is. Wrong one. That one.